Rahman Rahim. In the last video we learned about installation of EntityFrameWork, and now we try to create a view from a model from a EntityFrameWork, a data model. So create and recall all the technique. So new project, web, ASP.NET web application 4, MVC, okay, MVC 5 project. This is the main project, and we try to create a view for a model with relationship between data model. Now we create a new project, class library. So in the solution, right click in the solution, add new project, class library, and my data model, which contains inshallah EntityFrameWork. okay. إذا سنحاول أن نخلق فيو أو واجهة أو استمارة إلكترونية لها علاقة بموديل، وهذا الموديل له علاقة بجدول في قاعدة البيانات باستعمال EntityFrameWork. So we create a EntityFrameWork in this class library. So right click in my data model and add new item and click on data. Ado.NET Entity Data Model 1. So we can name it Model Employee Service. We learned this technique in the last video, but we want to repeat and understand all these techniques. So add. This is from database, voila, because we have a database with two tables. So we try to check the existence of these tables. Go to SQL Server Management Studio and copy the name of the server. Control C, and connect. And we have a database named Gestion Employee Service, which contains two tables, table employee and table service. So let's repeat the creation of EntityFrameWork. So right click in my data model, class library, add new item, Ado.NET EntityFrameWork model employee service. So okay, so try to new connection. Previews, next, then new connection, server name, and we try to shows our database, Gestion service, and test connection. All right, very good. Test connection succeeded. Okay. So next, and we select previews. So we have new connection, server name, we repeat this, shows the database, gestion serve, test connection, okay, okay, and the connection data so next alhamdulillah EntityFrameWork and two tables. We have two tables and we don't have any views or stored procedure and functions in our database. We have only employee and service. So finish. Alhamdulillah. The third step creates order class library which contain the model or the model. So in this solution, right click, add new project, always class library, voila, for example my models, alhamdulillah, okay, and try to create, go to the my data model and go to the class employee and class service class employee and try to copy this, Control C, and go to my models, right click, add class. This class is class employee. So employee model, employee model, okay. Increase the writing size to save and public class, public class employee and copy all the properties. The first property is new employee, no employee, and no int employee, and virtual or inshallah service model. We have alhamdulillah model, service model, alhamdulillah. Try to create order. Go to the my data model and service and create, Control C, and go to my models, add class, name it is service model, oh, and increase the writing size and public, add public and PV and no service model, Control C, and go to the employee and Control V, and we name service variable. Alhamdulillah, we have two. So go to web application and add this two class library in reference. So reference, button droite, add reference, my data model, my model, okay, alhamdulillah, and go to the class my model, and go to the reference and my data model reference, add reference, my data model, okay, alhamdulillah. Now go to the main project. The main project is web application 4. So create a new controller, add new controller, MVC 5 controller empty, and add, we name it default, for example, default add. Voila, add, and we have action, public action results index, and name it, for example, add view. The name is create, for example, create employee, create dot model. So create, the class is employee model, my model, and use a layout page, so view shared layout search. Okay, so this is a HTML building form. Validation summary. And try to create order for service. Default controller. Control C. Control V. Can name it create and add view, create class by model service, by data model service. Create, for example, service, create service, add. Alhamdulillah, we have all we have our form. So try to exit, try to run this web form or this view create service. There is a problem, so try to build all the projects. So build solution, failed. So try to execute create employee, create. So alhamdulillah, then this is a view create employee model, numéro d'employé, nom d'employé, and numéro de service. Voilà. Then alhamdulillah, voilà. And now we create a web form service or view service from model service. So Ctrl C, oui, d'abord Ctrl V, name it for example create, for example, create service. So, and the right click, add view, the same name, create service, create, and shows the model service my data model. And okay, with summary, with validation summary, with input, with label 4, with editor for text box, validation message, etc. So try to execute. الحمد لله. alright صحيح الحمد لله. إذا تعلمنا كيفية خلق استمارة مباشرة من موديل. هذا الموديل هو علاقة بجدول في قاعدة البيانات. resume this technique. We create a web form. We create a view from a model. The model is a copy or is in a relationship between table. Mapping between tables and the model and use EntityFrameWork. Thank you very much and see you again. That is all the tips I have. If you have other tips, don't forget to mention them in the comments in the section below, and don't forget to support me by liking, sharing and subscribe on my channel. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.